You don't sound Russian?
How could I sound anything, silly? I'm plastic. I don't even have a voice box. I had to borrow this one. Don't turn on the light.
Are you going to kill me?
No! I mean, yes, but not for a good long while yet. I don't want you to go to waste.
Then
Hey bays, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. First off, I want to say happy Halloween to everyone out there. I hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween on this day and of this rare blue moon, right? So today I decided for Halloween that I would create a pink skull look for you guys. You know, scary but glam, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's skip the chit chat and get right into it. Okay, so first things first, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this beautiful pink wig that I dyed for my birthday, and I am going to pin it behind my ear. So yes, y'all can see my little hairline peeking through or whatever. It's fine. All right, I had to put it back, and I didn't glue it down because I only put the wig on for this video. So yeah, y'all gonna be seeing my hairline. Say hello to my hairline or whatever. Next, you guys already know what I'm using. I'm taking my NYX brow gel to go ahead and sculpt out my brows, make them nice and neat and snatched. And now, as you guys can see here, I'm going to begin to shape my brows and clean them up using my Born This Way concealer. I know I mentioned I love this concealer a billion times in my videos, but oh well, I'm mentioning it again. And I almost forgot to mention, y'all, your girl is doing this whole entire look with one eye. Okay, and that's why I'm like so close to my mirror, because I'm literally doing this look with one eye. Like, I did not know that the whiteout contacts that you cannot see in the middle. I thought that if you look closer you can see my pupil, so I figured you can see through that part because they made it like a net design almost, I want to say. And no, you cannot see, so I'm doing this whole thing with one eye. Okay, give me my props. Next, I'm going to be taking one of my primers, one of my older primers. It is the Milani color correcting primer. Does it do much color correcting? I'm not sure, but I just like the texture of it. So I'm taking that primer and I am applying it only to the upper half of my face. I put a little bit around my mouth, but it wasn't necessary because no like actual cosmetics are going there. Only face paint is going there. And you guys know I always end up losing something. I couldn't find my color corrector, so I went in with NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the color 13. I use this to sub for my color corrector because it still has a very bright yellowish undertone. And now I'm taking my Juvia's Place foundation and I am just dotting that on my cheeks and my forehead. And as you guys can see here, I am only putting that in the upper half of my face, only the upper half. You do not need to put it on the bottom half, and if you do, most likely it's going to mix in with the, you know, face paint when you put it there, so you don't need that. Just apply it to the upper half of your face. Now to blend out that foundation, I'm just taking a damp blending sponge and I am blending that out on only the top half of my face. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, like, that's her foundation color, that looks like her concealer color. Trust me when I say I know my skin and I know my face, and literally every foundation I put on my face, for some reason, I don't know if it's just my skin, it oxidizes. So within like 10 minutes, it comes to the shade that I need it to be. It's so weird. When I choose out a foundation that's my shade, within 10 minutes or to like a half an hour, it is darker than what it needs to be. So I know what works for my skin, okay? Thank you. Now to highlight, I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, as I mentioned earlier, my favorite. And I am just dotting, like, you know, a little bit. I'm going down the nose, and then I'm also going to do my forehead. The reason for this is because, you know, usually when I do a full face, I would just like draw the lines. But I don't want to drag the concealer down too much because, like I said, we need the bottom half of our face clear. So that is the reason for me dotting. And now I'm just taking a damp beauty sponge and blending that out. And now to go ahead and set that highlight, I'm taking my Fenty setting powder in the color Honey. So as I was applying the powder over my eye, it was at this moment I knew I f***ed up, okay? I forgot that I was gonna apply eyeshadow on my eye, and I went right in doing my whole face, but you know what, it's not, I can do about it now. So I just accepted it as another challenge. Even though I'm putting glitter on my eye, I was like, okay, whatever. So now I'm just taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm adding that under the eye for a little extra highlight. Now I am taking my Juvia's Warrior 3 palette and I'm picking up that hot pink pretty shade, which is the color Fenty, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. I didn't really care if it was like really neat and pigmented or not, which is why I didn't put a primer down, because that's not the main point of this look. I wasn't even going to apply eyeshadow, but I was like, you know what, I could do a little something something. So that's what I did, a little something something. I'm just applying a little bit of hot pink eyeshadow all over the eye, and then later on in this video I'm going to top that off with some glitter. I went too high on one of my eyes, so I'm just taking that Honey setting powder from Fenty and evening that out. Now I'm picking up the Juvia's Deuce palette and I am going in with the color Creme, which is a very pretty light pink color, and I'm just using that to blend out the harsh lines of the first color that I applied. Now I'm going to be taking all of these glitters and I'm going to be mixing them up, and here is the shade that it came out. I just love to mix all those together. And then I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue, or glitter adhesive, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just gonna take that to carve out my crease. I didn't want like a really, you know, like sharp cut crease, because like I said, I wasn't planning on putting eyeshadow and I didn't want my focus to be there anyway, so I'm just doing a really nice light one. And there I am, just really trying to focus, y'all, because when I tell y'all, it is not what you think. It's not like just covering one eye and that, oh, I could do my makeup on one eye. No, like that eye was like, it had a little bit of vision, but it was blurry. I don't know how to explain it. It's like somebody poured glue or mashed potatoes in my eye. It was like, so it was making my vision blurry. Okay, I had one eye focused and I had one eye blurry, so it's like I was seeing kind of cloudy. Even though one eye was uncovered, I still was seeing cloudy. So here I am, I'm just taking that glitter and I'm just patting that right onto the glue that I applied. So I had to switch it up and I went ahead and I took my duo lash glue. This is why you always gotta just stick to the hacks that you know. Like, you know how people tell you, oh, don't use Milk of Magnesia or calamine lotion because it's not an actual primer. I don't use actual glitter adhesive. I like to use eyelash glue and I like it better, so that's why I went ahead and I took the eyelash glue and did this eye with it. Like, I don't know, I feel like if you know your hacks, just keep them. Don't listen to anybody, because I was just trying to be like professional and do it the right way just now, and no, I don't like it. I like the glue better. So as you can see here, my method with the glue is that I draw on half of my crease and then I apply the glitter so that it won't dry completely, and then I go in and do the other half, and so on and so on. And now I'm just taking my best friend in the whole wide world, which you guys already know, besides my lashes, is my NYX liquid liner, and I'm drawing on my wing. And now I'm just taking my Coca-Cola highlighter along with my Coca-Cola fan brush, and I'm applying some highlighter to my cheeks because my cheeks will be showing just a little bit. And now it's time for the fun. I'm taking this face paint palette that I got from Amazon, and I'm going to begin to draw on the outline of the skull. So now I'm just beginning to take the paint and just drag it down my face so I can begin to fill it in. And now I'm just taking the outline and I'm going up the nose with it. Now what you want to get that perfect skull like nose, I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like you want two uneven triangles. So you want one triangle to be short and you want the other one to be a little bit longer, kind of like a tooth almost. I don't know, you can see it here, but that's exactly the shape that you want. And then now here you can see I'm just filling it in and I'm gonna blend that out. And now to speed up the process a little bit, as you can see, I went ahead and I took one of those little sponges that you get from the drugstore and I just damped it a little bit, dipped it in my paint, and now I'm applying that all over the face with a dabbing motion. Now this paint, you know, I got it from Amazon, so it's probably not the best face paint. I had to do layers upon layers upon layers, like, because it was looking blotchy. So you guys are gonna see that I'm packing it on. Like, I had to do so many layers of this. So now I'm just making my lips disappear, say bye bye to my lips, and I'm also gonna blend that out. And as you guys can see here, it's starting to look like something because I already packed on so many layers that the blotchiness is starting to go away. The blotchiness honestly never fully went away, and I was afraid that the more I packed on, like, it'll start to crack and break off. So I had to kind of leave it there, and a lot of the blotchiness anyway got covered up with the black outlines. So now I'm just going in with that black face paint and I am just beginning to outline the top half of my skull. And here I am just filling in the nose. So when you're drawing on the nose, all you want to do is make that same exact shape that is the outline, but you want to leave a little bit of space so that you're still showing the pink. Now I'm moving on to the lips. I'm just gonna draw a black line in between my lips, and that's gonna be the starting line for my lines to go all the way out to my cheeks. And now, as you guys can see here, I'm beginning to draw the lines down my lips. So the brush that the kit came with was a little bit thick. I wanted my lines to be much thinner. As you can see, the lines on the side of my mouth are thinner than the lines in the middle because I went ahead and I picked up these brushes from Michael's and they work perfectly. So what I'm going to be doing is just drawing the lines down my lips. This is a very easy part. A skull, period. If you're like a last minute person on Halloween, a skull is just like a cat. Like, I promise you, I did a little bit extra. A lot of people do a lot of extra things, but it's one of the easiest looks you can do for Halloween. So here I am, and I'm just making that lip line longer and I'm extending it out to the cheek. What that's gonna do is just give you that skull like illusion, like that all of your teeth are showing. And now we're moving on to the jawline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same black paint and I'm just going to extend it all the way to the little tooth lines that I drew. And then right at where they meet, I'm going to be drawing this triangular shape, kind of sort of triangle, just to indicate the hollows of the cheek. And here I'm just adding a little bit of extra lines. I'm going to be adding them around that jawline that I drew, and I'm also going to be adding them under the top line that I drew. That's just to add like a little more depth into the look, a little bit more of a 3D illusion. And as you guys can see here, I messed up, and I also noticed that I messed up on the nose. I gotta fix that, but it's okay. I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna fix it. So here I am, just drawing the lines that I said I was gonna draw right under that main line. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the pink paint, I'm gonna dip back into that pink paint, and I'm gonna fix that line that I messed up, and I'm also gonna fix the nose. Now what I'm doing to add a little bit more depth, a little bit more of a 3D illusion, you know, a little bit more contouring if you want to say, I am taking that hot pink eyeshadow that I put over my eye, and I'm going to be going directly over those black lines that I drew. Now it's time for the extra fun part. I'm taking my duo lash glue, and as you guys can see here, I'm just taking the lash glue and I'm putting it right in between those teeth. It ended up not fitting the rhinestones anyway, but it doesn't matter. I'm just putting that glue on there so that I can begin to stick on my rhinestones. So for the 4 front teeth, I decided to use these almond shaped rhinestones. I actually wanted to use teardrops for the sides, but I didn't have teardrop ones that were small enough, so it's fine. I used regular round ones. But as you can see here, this is what I meant by like they didn't fit perfectly in the teeth spots that I drew, but it's okay. So here, as you can see, I'm going to continue to apply the glue, but this time I'm applying it in really small dots because I'm going to be using small rhinestones. And what you want to do is go ahead and just apply a couple dots at a time. Like, I learned that while doing this. You want to apply a couple dots at a time because you don't want to go all the way across and then the glue is going to dry. And then you probably have to peel it off. It's going to peel up the paint. It's going to be a big mess. So just take your time, apply a couple dots at a time, then rhinestones, and then repeat the process. I don't know what was up with this one rhinestone, y'all. It just kept falling off my lip. I mean, I went ahead and I fixed it, but I know you guys see it. It just kept falling. I don't know, but I fixed it. Now we are all done with the lips, so I'm moving on to the forehead. I'm just applying some glue right in the middle so I can go ahead and I can attach my main rhinestone. And here I am just repeating the process. I'm going to be applying some glue right above my eyebrows and also going down the sides of my forehead to apply the rest of the rhinestones. And here I'm just taking some glue and I'm applying that to the sides of my cheeks. You guys know me, I gotta be a little bit more extra than extra. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking some rose gold for you and I'm going to be applying that to my cheeks right over the highlighter. And here I am applying my lashes. So as I mentioned in a couple videos before, you guys always ask me, where do you get your lashes? Where do you get your lashes? I mentioned that these are my lashes and my lash line will be dropping very soon, so please stay tuned for that. And here I am, guys, and I am just applying some individual lashes on my bottom lash line. Now I was trying to be like everybody else and I was trying to use tweezers, and this is why I said tweezers, who's that, never heard of her, because I just couldn't do it and I had to go ahead and use my fingernails like I did anyway. Now you guys can't see because I really had to like zoom in into the mirror so that I can apply these, but it's simple. It's just like applying your top lashes. It's actually easier because it's little pieces. All you do is dip it in the glue and stick it right onto your bottom lash line. So now I'm just gonna take down my hair and cover my hairline. I get to pull my hair back over my ears and cover my hairline because I know this whole video y'all's probably looking like, oh my god, her hair is poking through the wig. So now I'm just brushing my hair, making sure that everything is nice and neat and in place. And look at that. Do you guys see this finishing product? So yeah, you guys, this is my finishing look. I am so in love with it. It actually came out prettier than I imagined in my head and how I drew it. Like, I love it so much, and I have to say that I'm extra proud of myself. Why? Because I don't care, I gotta mention it one more time. I did this whole entire look with one eye, okay? And I'm at an angle, so that made it harder to do with one eye. So please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe like I always say. And also I need you to go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every single time that I upload. Also, go ahead and follow me at Jaiye Pierre on Instagram, and I'm also going to link all of my social media platforms right here. So here you can see my TikTok, my Facebook like page, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram nail page. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.